Everybody keeps asking me how some homes just look alive lately. Like you walk in and instantly feel the vibe, and honestly, it is not fancy furniture or crazy lighting. It is the plants people are choosing now. Over the last year, indoor plant searches jumped hard, and the same names keep showing up on Instagram reels and home tours. These trending plants are not just pretty, they make small apartments feel brighter, and big spaces feel warmer without trying too hard. I have been testing a lot of them myself, and some of these grow faster and cleaner than anything we used to keep 5 years ago. You are going to notice how these plants fit perfectly in modern homes, rental spaces, even home offices where nothing else seems to work. Some of them are low-light legends, others are total show-offs, with huge leaves that steal the whole room. I will break down why these exact plants are everywhere right now, and what makes people obsessed with them. Stick with me, because by the end you will know which ones are worth your money and which ones are just hype. Alocasia is blowing up right now because people want that bold jungle look without turning their whole home into a greenhouse. And this plant delivers it instantly with those huge arrow-shaped leaves that can hit over 2 feet tall indoors. Instagram analytics show Alocasia-related posts have doubled in the past year, and you can see why when one plant can completely change the vibe of a room in a week. It grows faster than most statement plants when it gets bright indirect light and warm temperatures, sometimes pushing a new leaf every 2 to 3 weeks in the growing season. Alocasia also helps clean the air around it by absorbing common indoor pollutants and releasing more oxygen through its large leaf surface area. It thrives in regular home humidity if you keep the soil lightly moist but never soggy, which makes it way easier than people think. Designers love it because it works in both minimal and luxury homes, making empty corners look expensive without adding clutter. Another reason it is trending is that new varieties keep hitting the market, so collectors are always hunting for the next rare look. If you want one plant that screams modern indoor jungle while still being manageable for normal people, Alocasia is easily one of the hottest choices you will see everywhere this year. Philodendron is everywhere right now because it fits perfectly into real-life homes, where people want style without stress, and that is why interior designers keep putting it in living rooms, bedrooms, and even home offices. Over the last year, searches for philodendron care have jumped massively, as more people realize this plant can grow in low to medium light, and still look amazing. It can put out new leaves every few weeks in the growing season, and some trailing types can grow several feet long indoors in a single year. Philodendrons are known for improving indoor air quality by filtering out common toxins while releasing moisture into the air, which makes rooms feel fresher. You do not need a strict watering schedule either, since it tells you when it is thirsty by slightly drooping its leaves. It thrives in well-draining soil and adapts easily to average home humidity, so you are not fighting with it every week. Another reason it is trending is the massive variety. From heart-shaped vines to big glossy statement plants that fill empty corners instantly. If you want a plant that grows fast, looks expensive, and still forgives your mistakes, philodendron is one of the top trending indoor plants you will keep seeing everywhere. Kalanchoe is trending like crazy right now, because people are tired of flowers that die in a week, and this plant can keep blooming for 2 to 3 months straight indoors. It has thick glossy leaves that store water, which means it survives mist waterings better than almost any flowering houseplant. Garden centers are reporting higher sales of Kalanchoe every year because it thrives in bright light from a window, and still handles average room conditions without drama. Once it is established, it only needs watering every 10 to 14 days, making it perfect for busy homes. It also stays compact, so it fits on desks, kitchen counters, and nightstands, where big plants cannot go. Another reason it is everywhere is the insane color range, from deep reds and oranges to soft pinks and yellows that match any decor style. People love that it reblooms with just a little extra light in winter, so it does not feel like a one-time plant. If you want a trendy indoor plant that gives you non-stop color without constant care, Kalanchoe is absolutely one you will keep seeing all over modern homes. Monstera has basically become the face of modern indoor style, because one plant can turn a boring room into something that looks straight out of a design magazine. Its split leaves can easily reach over a foot wide indoors, and the plant itself can grow several feet tall in just a couple of years when it gets bright indirect light. Monstera is also way tougher than it looks, handling mist waterings and average humidity without throwing a fit. People love it because it keeps pushing new leaves every few weeks in spring and summer, so it always feels alive and growing. It helps improve indoor air quality, and even raises humidity slightly around it, which makes rooms feel more comfortable. You see it everywhere online because it photographs beautifully, and works with almost every decor style from minimalist to boho. Another reason it is trending is that cuttings root fast in water, so people keep sharing it with friends and spreading the obsession. If you want a plant that feels bold, fast-growing, and instantly recognizable, Monstera is one of the biggest indoor trends you will notice everywhere. Golden Pothos is trending hard right now because it is the plant that makes beginners feel like pros, and that confidence keeps people buying more. It grows ridiculously fast in normal room light, often adding several feet of vines in a single year when it is happy. Studies have shown Pothos can help reduce common indoor pollutants, which is one reason offices and apartments are filling up with it. It only needs watering when the soil dries out, and it will forgive you if you forget once in a while. The yellow and green marbled leaves bounce light around a room and make dark corners look brighter without adding extra lamps. Designers love trailing it from shelves or letting it climb walls to create that layered jungle look everyone is chasing. It also propagates in water in just a few weeks, so people keep turning one plant into 5 without spending extra money. If you want a trendy indoor plant that grows fast, cleans the air, and never seems to die, Golden Pothos is easily one you will see everywhere. ZZ plant is trending like crazy because it survives real life better than almost any other houseplant you can buy. It stores water in its thick underground rhizomes, which lets it go weeks without a drink and still look fresh and glossy. That is why offices and low-light apartments keep choosing it, since it handles shade better than most popular indoor plants. The dark waxy leaves reflect light and make a room look cleaner and more modern without adding clutter. It grows slowly but steadily, which means you are not constantly repotting or trimming it every month. Plant stores report that ZZ plant sales keep rising each year because people want something that stays alive even when they forget about it. Another reason it is everywhere is that it is tough against pests and diseases compared to fussier plants. If you want a trending indoor plant that basically takes care of itself while still looking expensive, the ZZ plant is one you will keep spotting in homes everywhere. Money tree is trending everywhere right now because people love the idea of a plant that looks good and supposedly brings good luck into the home. It grows fast in bright indirect light and can reach 5 to 6 feet tall indoors, which makes it perfect for filling empty corners without buying furniture. The braided trunk gives it a clean, modern look that fits both minimal and luxury spaces. It only needs watering every 10 to 14 days and actually prefers to dry out a little between drinks, so it is easier than most large houseplants. People are also drawn to the 5-leaf clusters that are said to represent balance and prosperity, which is why it keeps showing up in new apartments and offices. It improves indoor humidity slightly and helps freshen up dry rooms during winter. Stores keep selling out of it because it offers both a statement look and low maintenance care. If you want a plant that feels meaningful, stylish, and simple to grow, the money tree is one of the biggest trends you will notice everywhere. Dumb cane plant is trending again because people want big leafy drama without dealing with complicated care routines. Its broad patterned leaves can grow over a foot long indoors and instantly make a room feel fuller and more high-end. It thrives in bright to medium indirect light and keeps growing steadily through most of the year, often adding new leaves every few weeks. The thick stems store moisture so it does not panic if you miss a watering, which makes it easier than it looks. It also helps improve indoor air quality and slightly boosts humidity around it, making living spaces feel more comfortable. Designers love using it to soften sharp modern furniture because the leaf patterns add movement to clean rooms. Plant shops report that sales are climbing again as people rediscover how tough and decorative it really is. If you want a trending indoor plant that delivers bold style with surprisingly low effort, the dumb cane plant is one you will see everywhere. Rubber plant is back in a big way because people are obsessed with those thick, glossy leaves that look fake. Even when the plant is totally real, it can grow several feet tall indoors in just a couple of years when it gets bright indirect light, which makes it perfect for filling vertical space fast. The leaves are great at trapping dust and improving indoor air quality, so rooms feel cleaner over time. It only needs watering when the topsoil dries out, and it handles average home humidity without issues. Another reason it is trending is the new darker leaf varieties that look dramatic in modern homes and photograph insanely well. It is also tougher than it looks, bouncing back even if you forget it for a week or two. Stores keep reporting steady demand because people want one plant that feels bold but not high maintenance. If you want a trending indoor plant that makes your space look polished with almost no effort, the rubber plant is one you will keep seeing everywhere. Peace lily is trending again because it solves two problems at once. It looks elegant, and it actually makes indoor air feel fresher. Research has shown it can help reduce common household toxins while also releasing moisture into dry rooms, which is why it keeps showing up in bedrooms and offices. It thrives in medium to low light and does not need direct sun, making it perfect for apartments with limited windows. The plant tells you exactly when it needs water by gently drooping its leaves, so you are never guessing. It can bloom several times a year indoors when it is happy, giving you those clean white flowers that instantly upgrade a space. Designers love how it fits both modern and cozy homes without feeling outdated. It stays a manageable size but still fills empty corners with soft green volume. If you want a trending indoor plant that is calming, forgiving, and genuinely useful for your home environment, the peace lily is one you will keep seeing everywhere. Spider plant is trending again because it is one of those rare plants that grows fast and looks good, even when you do almost nothing. It sends out long arching leaves and produces baby offshoots that can appear every few weeks in the growing season, which makes one plant quickly turn into a whole collection. It thrives in bright to medium indirect light, but also handles shade better than most popular houseplants. Studies have shown spider plants can help remove common indoor pollutants, which is why they keep popping up in offices and bedrooms. It only needs watering when the soil feels dry, and it bounces back fast if you forget once in a while. People love hanging it or setting it on high shelves so the leaves spill down and soften hard room lines. Garden centers keep restocking it because demand never really drops. If you want a trending indoor plant that multiplies fast and stays easy, spider plant is one you will see everywhere. Moth Orchid is trending like crazy right now because people finally realized you do not need a greenhouse to keep orchids alive. One healthy plant can hold blooms for 8 to 12 weeks indoors, which is way longer than most flowering houseplants. It loves bright indirect light from a window and only needs watering about once a week, usually just a small soak, and then you let it drain. The thick roots store moisture so it does not freak out if you are a little late. Designers keep using it in modern homes because it adds instant elegance without taking up much space. It also helps improve indoor humidity around it, which makes rooms feel more comfortable in winter. Sales of moth orchids keep climbing every year because people want something that looks expensive but is actually simple to care for. If you want a trending indoor plant that gives you long-lasting blooms with minimal effort, the moth orchid is one you will keep seeing everywhere. Fiddle Leaf Fig is still one of the most searched indoor plants because nothing else gives you that tall tree look without needing a backyard. It can grow 6 to 10 feet indoors over time when it gets bright indirect light and steady care, which is why it keeps showing up in living room makeovers. The big violin-shaped leaves reflect light and make rooms feel taller and more open. It likes its soil to dry slightly between waterings, and once it settles into a spot, it really takes off. People are also learning that rotating it every few weeks keeps it growing straight, which makes it look cleaner in photos. Designers love using it as a single statement piece, instead of cluttering a space with small decor. Plant shops report that Fiddle Leaf Fig is still one of their top sellers year after year. If you want a trending indoor plant that transforms your space with just one pot, Fiddle Leaf Fig is one you will see everywhere. Umbrella plant is trending again, because people want tall leafy plants that feel tropical without being high maintenance. Its glossy hand-shaped leaves can spread wide and fill empty corners fast, giving a space that relaxed indoor jungle look. It grows well in bright to medium indirect light, and can add several inches of height every month during the growing season. It only needs watering when the topsoil dries out, so it fits into busy routines easily. Another reason it is popping up everywhere is how well it adapts to apartments and offices with average humidity. The thick stems help it stay upright without constant support or pruning. Plant stores say demand has climbed as people realize how tough and forgiving it really is. If you want a trending indoor plant that grows fast and makes your room feel alive, the umbrella plant is one you will keep seeing everywhere. Chinese evergreen is exploding in popularity because it thrives in the exact conditions most homes struggle with: low light and inconsistent care. It keeps its colorful patterned leaves even in rooms that barely get sun, which is why you see it everywhere from hallways to bathrooms. It grows steadily through the year and can reach 2 to 3 feet tall indoors without much attention. It only needs watering when the soil dries out slightly, and it handles average home humidity like a champ. People also love that it is one of the better plants for improving indoor air quality, helping remove common pollutants from closed spaces. New varieties with pink and red tones are driving a lot of the hype on social media right now. Garden centers say sales keep climbing because it looks decorative, while being almost impossible to kill. If you want a trending indoor plant that survives shade and still looks amazing, Chinese evergreen is one you will see everywhere. Pilea is trending everywhere because it fits perfectly with the clean modern vibe people are loving right now, and it does it in the smallest, cutest way possible. Its round coin-shaped leaves grow in tight clusters that make shelves and desks look styled without any effort. It thrives in bright indirect light, and can push out new growth every couple of weeks when it is happy. The plant loves to dry slightly between waterings, so it does not feel demanding at all. One of the biggest reasons it is blowing up online is how easily it produces baby plants that you can separate and share, which has made it insanely popular with younger plant lovers. It stays compact, so it works great in apartments and work-from-home setups. Stores report that Pilea often sells out because people want something trendy that does not take over their space. If you want a modern-looking indoor plant that feels fun and social, Pilea is one you will keep seeing everywhere. African violet is trending again because people are rediscovering how much color you can get from a plant that barely takes up any space. It can bloom several times a year indoors when it gets bright, indirect light, often holding flowers for weeks at a time. The soft, fuzzy leaves store moisture, which helps it handle short dry spells better than most flowering plants. It only needs watering from the bottom when the soil feels dry, making it easier to keep happy than old myths suggest. People love placing it on desks and kitchen counters because it fits into small spaces without looking boring. New hybrid varieties, with deeper purples and even bicolor blooms, are driving a lot of social media attention right now. Garden centers say demand keeps climbing as more beginners realize it is not as fragile as it seems. If you want a trending indoor plant that delivers non-stop blooms in a compact package, African violet is one you will see everywhere. Prayer plant is trending hard right now because it actually moves. And that little daily leaf dance has people obsessed. Its leaves fold upward at night and open again in the morning, which makes it feel more alive than most houseplants. It loves bright, indirect light and evenly moist soil, so it thrives in the same cozy indoor conditions people already have. It grows steadily through the year, and can spread wide enough to fill a coffee table or shelf in just a few months. The bold patterns on the leaves photograph beautifully, which is why you keep seeing it in reels and home tours. It also helps add a little extra humidity to dry rooms, making living spaces more comfortable. Plant shops say prayer plant sales are climbing because people want something interactive that still looks decorative. If you want a trending indoor plant that feels fun and full of personality, the prayer plant is one you will keep seeing everywhere. If you are seeing these plants all over social media and in friends' homes now, you know it is not just hype. These are the indoor plants that actually fit real life and real spaces. Start with one or two that match your light and routine, and you will be shocked how fast your home starts to feel fresher and more alive. Drop a comment and tell me which one you are adding to your place first. And if this video helped you out, hit like and subscribe so you do not miss the next list of plants everyone will be talking about.